Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hey, hi, I'm Adesua. Please make sure to be a part of this family by clicking on that subscribe button. It doesn't take anything, okay? And if you're a returning subscriber, hey bestie, welcome back to another video. So in today's video, I'm going to be telling you, or I'm going to be teaching you how to use Canva to create a very attractive intro. So if you're interested in this video or in this content, please stay tuned, and yes, let's get right into it. This video is actually requested by one of my subscribers, and I'm actually so happy because someone actually requested for this video. Honestly, I didn't plan to shoot this, but I mean, anything for you guys, right? Immediately I saw the comment and of the question, I was so happy, and I had to get on with it and show you how I do it. And I'm actually so happy to share this. And if you want more, if you have questions or you want to know more things about how I do my stuff, you can just ask in the comment section, and I'll be happy to show you how I create attractive thumbnails, how I edit, whatever you want to do. Just ask in the comment section and I will do that for you. I'm all yours, okay? So yeah, I'm going to be using my laptop. I'm going to be sharing my screen on my laptop to either here or here. So yeah, or I'll just make it the full yeah. So the first thing you start off with is actually going to the screen record. Hey guys, so I had to switch to a voiceover. Please pardon my voice, I have been screaming, and yeah, let's get into it. So the first start off by opening the Canva app, because Canva is what we're going to be using to create this intro. So when you get to the Canva app, you go to this create a design, and you click on YouTube banner, because it's the size that you're meant to, like, is the right size for the YouTube intro and YouTube frame. So after that, you need to change the color of the background or of the frame to what you want. Like here I was using gray, like a mild gray, because that's the vibe I was going for. So if you are going for a different vibe, sure, definitely, it's not restricted to any color or any style, so you can just create it and make it your own. After I put in the background color, I went ahead to click on the subheading, and then I typed in my YouTube channel name. So yeah, after typing in my YouTube channel name, I tried to increase the size to make it like bold and very visible, because the point is to make it very catchy. So yeah, and then I changed the color to what I was going for. Again, it's not restricted by any color or anything. You can put in what you actually want, whatever color, whatever design, whatever style, whatever font type, whatever font size. It all depends on you, but this is how I did mine. So I changed it to the color I was going for, which was like a mild brown or a deeper brown. I can't even remember. I think it was a mild brown that I eventually ended up going for, or the darker one. Yeah, it was the darker brown that I eventually ended up going for. And after that, the tricky part is that you're actually going to click on subheading again and write the YouTube channel name or whatever name that you're trying to get. So you write the name again, and then you change the font. There's a particular font I'm using for this one. You could incorporate it, or you could use whichever one you like. Again, it's not restricted, but personally I just like this one. So I think the name, I was trying to find it because I couldn't remember the name, but I think I remember the name later on, which was so after much search, I eventually remembered the name, and which was Brittany or something like that. I can't remember, but if you can see it on the screen, yeah. So it was Brittany I used, and I enlarged it to fit it's meant to be like slightly bigger than the initial background or initial writing. So now you can just style it whichever way you want. You can put it over, you can put it under, but I decided to put my own over and a little bit downward, so it's like a little bit at the bottom. But yeah, I was still trying to figure it out at this point. I still wanted to make this a little bit bolder before I layer it with the cursive, with the Brittany. Yes. Okay. Continue. Why is this taking long? So yeah, after that I changed the color because I didn't want it to be the same color of I didn't want the two names to be the same color, so I changed this one up to be a little bit mild on the gray side. Is it gray now or silver? Then I made it neon, so like to have that shine, like, because the color is very, very close to the background color, so in order for it to pop out, I made it neon. So yeah, that's so after that I searched for the corner stuff. You see it here. This is meant to give it like a recording effect, because when you look at your camera, when you look into your camera lens or whatever, you would see that it has this little borders at the edge. So that was what I was going for. Yeah, so just have to search for corner, right? Yeah, corner. And then I made 4 copies of it because I'm going to put it at each corner. Just don't forget to rotate the corner to fit the edge. Do you understand? Don't forget to rotate the corner. Then after I was done getting all the corners right, you can see that it's coming together a little bit. Then I searched for the record button, the record thing icon. So that is still, everything is coming together, right? Everything is coming together right, like to make it look like it's actually recording, or like to have that recording effect. So yeah, that's the point of the whole thing. So yeah, I got the recording stuff made a little bit small, so because when you look at the camera, the recording button is actually very small at the edge. So yeah, that's the main point. After that, I started searching for the subscribe button. Everything that you need, right, is in the element section. So I forgot to mention, you're meant to go to the element section and search for these things. So the subscribe button, I just picked the first one on that popped up. So yeah, so I'm trying to fit it into the frame so that it just looks really nice and put together. Then after that, I went ahead to search for a rotating, moving arrow, right? Moving arrow, because I wasn't satisfied with just a finger pointing at the subscribe button. So I wanted something very, dramatic, very catchy. So yeah, I went with that. And everything is free. Don't forget, everything is free. So you can knock yourself out. Not everything, everything I chose was free, but that's why if you've paid for the, what they call it now, the premium or the pro, Canva Pro, then you can have everything free. But I'm using the free one, so I went with the free things. So after that, I went to create the next, because I'm done with the first one. So I created the next slide, which would have the social media handles and everything that has to do with that. I didn't have a picture of my social media page, so I went to Google to search for my social media page, and then what do you call it now? Yeah, I went to Google to search for my social media page. It's going to come up any moment from now. So yeah, that's that. And then I took a picture. After it came up, I took a picture. This was the particular frame I was looking for because that was what I used in the video. So but it's been long, so I have already posted a lot of pictures of it, so I had to scroll down. And then I took a screenshot of it, and then I saved the screenshot and cropped the screenshot to the frame I need it to be in. And yeah, I saved it and I opened it back on the Canva app. After putting it up on the Canva app, I fit it to the size of the frame, of the background frame, or I made it a background frame. And then I went ahead to search for a square, and I fit the square to the frame, more like making it the frame again. I'll be making it a frame, layering the frame. Then I reduced the opacity. Yes, I reduced the opacity, or the transparency rather, of the layered square, to make the picture show a little bit. It's not meant to show too much, it's just meant to give it like a highlight. Do you understand? Then after that, I got a screen recording of my social media page, like majorly is my Instagram I'm majorly active on. So I took a screen recording of my Instagram and I saved it, and yeah, I opened it on Canva as well. That is just right by the side. So next I went ahead to write like where I will put my social media handles. So I wanted to put like a little corner where I could put my social media handles. So here I wrote connect with me, and then I used the laundering. You can see it, child, because me I'm not this young. So yeah, I used that what they call it now, fonts, and I put it within the frame. Wherever you see those lines, it means that you're like in what they call angular, being accuracy. So just try and follow the lines so that you get a proper accentuated video, picture, whatever it is you're trying to get. And after that, I created another blank page, and in this blank page I'm going to basically be creating a cute little search icon stuff for my YouTube, for my social media handles, so it doesn't look like boring, or so it just looks catchy and stuff like that. So I couldn't find the initial search icon that I was meant to use, or I used previously, but I just made do with the one I found. So I duplicated it into 4 or 3 rather, because it's 3 Instagram social media handles that I have. So I duplicated it into 3, and I went and searched for the circle icon, and I made the color into what I want, which has been the theme. That's the brown. So yeah, I made them brown, and then I layered it on top of the search icon. So that's where I'm going to be placing all my, all my the social media icons, so that you would know which social media the handle is for. So yeah, that's what I basically did. And then I searched for the Instagram icon, changed the color to white because it was white I was going for, and then searched for made it centralized. And I searched for the Twitter icon, centralized it, and then I searched for the Snapchat icon, and then I centralized it as well. So yeah, and then after that, I went ahead to type in my social media handles. So if you have different social media handles for the different accounts, that's when this is applicable. But if you have like one name for all your accounts and it's the same way, you could just put everything in one line and then just put all the social media icons, so you don't have to stress yourself. But then if you want to do it this way as well, go ahead, knock yourself out. So after I was done with that, I made sure to group them individually so that it just comes as a whole. Because if you don't group them, they would be like, if you're trying to pick out one section, it's just like one other thing will come on. How do I explain this? You have to group them together, like the Instagram icon with the Adesua with the search bar. You're meant to group them all together. So when you highlight on them, you're grouping them all together, and then in that way you'd be able to carry each of them individually, if that makes sense. Here I changed the color because I wasn't feeling that other color. It was too light, so I changed the color here. And then I was trying to give it that effect, so I went to animate on the top bar, and then yeah, I animated them all the same animation. And then I went to animate the first part because I didn't animate it before. And then yeah, basically just trying to make it everything very dramatic. That's the main point. I hope I'm doing well, because I'm not sure I'm doing this well. But anyway, so after all of that, after figuring out what to use, eventually ended up using something at the end of the day. And so after I was done with figuring out what to use, I closed down that extra bar or extra page, and then I searched for the iPhone frame because I was trying to make that effect of actually using a phone to scroll. So that's where I made the recording of my social media scrolling, is where I'm actually going to put it in this frame, so it actually looks like I'm scrolling through my Instagram, like how it's actually doing here. I'm actually doing that here. So yeah, it's basically very easy if you just follow these steps. And yeah, that's basically everything. Wow, that's basically it. And then I exported it, and then I saved it. I'm sorry, my voice is a mess, but yeah, that's the point. That's the point. That's the main. That's basically everything. Bye from voiceover Adesua back to physical Adesua. So we have now come to the end of this video, and I'm sure you've been able to learn a thing or two concerning how to use Canva to set up or to create a very catchy intro for your YouTube channel. And I'm very glad to be sharing that with you. Now that you've gotten this information, please don't forget to share this with anyone that you think that would be in need of this. If you have any more questions or any more, if you need me to do any more tutorials on anything, please comment down below and I'll be happy to share. Please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. Okay, it doesn't take anything, so please subscribe. And if you're watching this video right now, I'm not subscribed, I'm looking at you. I'm gonna give you a minute. You know what to do. Subscribe. Thank you. Okay, so thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.